Access granted.
Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. But maybe in the next world, maybe in the next world. Maybe. Do you think so? How you doing? How you doing, folks? Are you well? 7, Athaline. How you doing? Legion Cage, thank you for hydration. I'll do one of those. I probably need one, actually. But even more than my hydration is the fact that Athaline is, of course, over 9,000. Undoubtedly. Does it need to be said? Scotsworth, how you doing? Red Mage, how you doing, bro? Happy Tuesday, guys. It's a good Tuesday today, I'm feeling. Sorry, Cage, you'll get on that hydration properly in a second. Let me get Athaline sorted out. Sort her out. Not like she wants, but you know, you'll have to do. Me just shouting loudly at her. we'll have to get the job done. Athaline staying right under Red Mage there. 46 flexes. What the fucking hell? Yeah, I heard something a bit sus. I did hear something a little bit sus, Cage. So yeah, 7, what's big yawns? We working on art. Is that part of the art? Presumably not. Yeah, when the big yawns are not happening, you're working on the art. What is this art you're doing? But good morning to you. Good afternoon, folks, wherever you may be. I hope you're all well. I'm very well. Sorry I'm late. I wasn't planning on being late. I had some stuff to write. So, you know, sometimes you got to make time when you can make time. It was quite important, to say the least. Damn. Thank you, Cage. Get me off to a good start there, buddy. I usually because I come out swinging, don't I, when I start the stream. I'm like, did a little bit, let me talk non-stop for an hour and a half, and I'm occasionally sipping coffee, so I can absolutely kind of forget about the hydration thing. So thank you, Cage. I appreciate that. Red Mage, there's no time for anything, buddy. There's no time anymore for anything. Pick and choose. Yeah, because Red Mage has got... I've seen some of your art. You've shared some of it before, buddy. Red Mage has got some no small artistic talent as well. You should... 2023 is going to be... it's going to be wild. Let's see what 7's got for us. You Discorded it. Let's have a look, 7. Is that your tired face there? Oh, who's this? Who's this little person? Are they doing a gymnastics, or are they're supposed to be sat or leaning on something? Oh, awesome! Oh my God, I don't know how you guys do it. But yeah, thank you, Seven, for sharing that. Is that for something in particular, or is that just for fun? My God. Yeah, look, here's the thing, Cage. You I don't know, you've thrown, yeah, very loosely, you've thrown your emotes together. You know, so, you know, it's something, isn't it? Right, yeah. Well, that's cool. Good on you, Seven. I respect it. Right, so you've got the base. You've done the base artwork, the style, and then someone's going to take that and sort it all, do the animation side of it. My God, yeah, I know. There's so much involved in that because you've got superb artists who don't know animation, and then you've got animators who they need obviously a reasonable degree of artistic ability, but they don't have to be like, you know, they're just doing like the technical side of things, particularly in this age of you know, VTubers and you know, getting stuff moving. I've seen incredible ones. The range of a VTube character, someone like super basic, and then someone like full motion, like every part of them moves. It's quite wild. I don't know. I guess that's the rigging, isn't it, Seven? It's like the more you put into it, the more work you could have it like react to almost anything, in any way. My God, it's staggering. Right, yeah, it isn't it? Yeah. Well, the person I think of most when I think of that is like Lupo. I've not seen his much of his. I actually haven't seen his new recent creation, but what I have seen of his like previous one is his doggo. Moving his head, it's like so. The movement is so smooth and subtle. Any movement in his face, it picks up. You know, if shoulders, anything, it's like absolutely everything. It's staggeringly good. I you know, I'm obviously never going to go that route. You're stuck with this ugly mug, for better or worse. But that's it's you know, I can't not respect it. It's not my jam, but you know, there's like lots of things that are not my jam, but I respect. So yeah, interesting. Well, when it comes to fruition, is it for somebody's like VTuber model 7 and they're streaming on Twitch? Do let us know so we can have a little gander. Like, oh, that's 7's there. Yeah, what's going on in the world? It's getting pretty damn cold over here again, actually, guys. I know what it's like where you are. You know, I was moaning like a little bitch mid-December, early mid-December. I said, it's so cold. It's not as bad as that. But it's probably as cold. It's cold right now as it has been in a couple of weeks, at least. So not pleasant. So I'm probably going to jump up and throw a hoodie on it in a short while. It's so hot. Yeah, Red Mage. Well, the gall on Red Mage, staring in the mirror, saying, making statements like that. I'm joking, Red Mage. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, isn't it? We just kind of, when you live in the northern hemisphere, everyone thinks, oh, that's, you know, that's like where all the big countries are. That's where all the superpowers are, aren't they? We kind of forget about Red Mage down there in the southern hemisphere, you know, having Christmas Day in the middle of summer. It's like a weird concept. It's like, for most of the people in the northern hemisphere, I feel we kind of struggle to wrap our heads around it a little bit. You know, we're like, oh, summer, that's, you know, that's June, July, August. Red Mage is like, no, it's not. Although I guess, I do wonder, Red Mage, how cold does it actually get in South Africa? Or is it just like generally sunny and lovely the year round? It's just extra hot this time of year. Squidge! How you doing, Squidge? Are you well? Happy Tuesday to you. Yes, thank you for the lurk. Get on with that work. Let us not distract you, my dear. But I hope you're good. Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of art, isn't it, Seven? One, it's it's entirely subjective. You know, when people like, they'll take like a chair and like glue it to a wall and be like, look at my art. Or they'll like take a shark and like cut it up into pieces and be like, look at the art. I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. But that's it's not for me to say, is it? We discussed this many times before on this channel. But you know, that's if someone actually looks at something and goes, and they're not being pretentious, they're actually getting something out of it, and like, yeah, this is art. This is making me wonder, or it's evoking some kind of emotion in me, or some kind of deep thought, or you know, I'm getting some feeling off of it. Then it's art. You don't get to say. Nobody gets to say. But that you know, and that's truly the beauty of it. Is like it's unlimited. So while you say, you know, there's like, just because like a style is popular or appealing, doesn't mean that that's the be all and end all of all art, does it? There's a place for everything. Like this channel, this channel is not for everybody. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, Iznib, he's such a weird guy. He's so, you know, he just talks too much and he sounds weird and he looks weird. Ugh. But there's always an audience for everything. And here you are. Thank you, guys. Yeah, exactly, Af. You're here because I'm who I am, right? If I was somebody different, even if my stats were like better or higher stats, they might not be unique to me. So I appreciate it, Atheline. Yeah, and I do second guess myself, of course. I'm like, why are these guys here every day? What do they get out of this? I don't know. But the least I can do is be there to give them what they want. It's not for me to say, you know. It's not. I can't. You know, I wouldn't watch me. No, I guess I wouldn't. But I don't really. You ask yourself that question every day. Why are you here, Cage? Or of yourself? It's a channel for the people. I'm trying to be Atheline. Yeah, that's, you know. Yeah. Indeed, Red Mage. Speaking about the Matrix, Roots. Yeah, both Cage. Yeah. A little bit of self-deprecation goes a long way, Cage. But yeah, no, it's weird, isn't it? Because we're all, you know. But I think it's good to question yourself a little bit. But it's don't take it too far that it forces you into inaction. Because this is what I struggled with this when I was younger. How you doing anyway, Root? How's your Tuesday going? Are you well? How's Raven? You looking after yourself? I struggled with this a lot when I was younger, of like self-worth. I was like, I don't have any appreciable skills. I don't have anything to offer anyone. You know, it wouldn't really matter if I didn't exist. You know, necessarily. And that's not suicidal ideation. That's just like in a very like real philosophical sense. It doesn't. I'm not contributing anything. You know, and I felt less to other people who seem to be more knowledgeable, more skilled, have their lives together, have their shit together, or maybe more in a real sense of like the ability to succeed socially. That was always a struggle for me. How have you defined success? Thank you for the alert, Red Mage. We'll see you back in a bit. But you know, I guess it was probably many years ago now, but relatively a short time ago, you know, I guess, you know, because the longer you live, the more you think, the more things you puzzle out about yourself and the universe. It kind of just dawned on me one day. I was like, hang on, nobody here knows what the fuck is going on. Nobody. we're all in the same boat, literally, the boat Earth through universe ocean, space ocean. That's we're all literally on the same boat. My existence is just as meaningful and no less meaningful than any other human being. I am equally justified as any other human being. It doesn't matter about how much money you have, your social status, your power, how many bitches you got, or whatever, whatever skills. You could be like an absolute bad man, martial artist. You could be like some kind of assassin, special forces, hard man, bro. You could be some extreme scientific, literary intellect, philosopher type, or any combination, or anywhere on the spectrum of humanity. And not a single one person who's alive right now, who has ever lived on this planet, not a single human has more right to exist than I do. And that's the same for all of you here and every other person. And when that realization hit me, I was like, what the fuck have I been stressing about? What? As long as I'm a good person and I do good by others, I don't put harm out into the world and I put just good vibes out into the world, it doesn't even matter what I do. My existence is justified. And when I understood that, that helped me out a lot. It was a big thing. So if you ever doubt yourselves, folks, which I hope you don't, but if you ever do, just remind yourself of that. You are the greatest human being who's ever lived. In the sense that nobody is... Mike sounds a bit jank today. Nobody is more important or more meaningful than you. Nobody's any less than you. But my God, that revelation, that realization helped me out quite a lot. Slightly less grandiose, but tied into that somewhat. And this might have been roughly around the same time or some time about, because of my maybe tisaminess or just general social anxiety. I was not good in social settings, but someone once when I was younger said to me something, and I was like, oh, I just feel awkward. She was like, don't worry about it, just do your own thing. And I guess I don't think she was trying to be deep or anything, but that kind of stuck me. I was like, okay, yeah, so I'm in a social situation and I feel awkward, but so what? I mean, unless someone, like, takes offense to my perceived behavior and they're actually like, yo, bro, come and fight out on the street and we'll fight to the death. How often does that happen? It doesn't really happen. You know, people might think badly of you or think you're a loser or a weirdo. What do you give a shit? I'm not living in that guy's head. I don't know that guy. I'm never going to see that guy or think about that guy ever again. The rest of my life, why am I wasting energy and thought on that perceived non-real situation? You enjoying it, right? I don't know where this has all come from. So that kind of helped me a lot, you know. So rather than being a social situation where I'm like looking around, I was like, who do I talk to? What do I say? Where do I stand? How do I hold myself? Where do I look? I don't want to be like not making eye contact because I look like a psycho, like I'm not interested in people. But if I don't want to be too stary because people could interpret that as like aggression or attraction where it may probably not be there. And I was like, and I was like, hang on a minute. If people are not going to, I give people the benefit of the doubt. So if people are not going to give me the benefit of the doubt, fuck them. Do you know what I mean? If a bro thinks I've looked at him, eyeballed him funny, but I actually haven't, that's just my tism, and he's not taking the time and effort to go, excuse me, sir, you seem to be eyeballing me there. Did I misperceive that? Or are you actually? And I go, no, bro, I'm just a bit tismy. And he'd be like, oh, okay, cool. if that bro can't take the time to actually ask that question, then fuck that guy. That guy's a dick. You know, if some chick's like, oh, you some creepy weirdo who's staring at me, you know, I might be like, yes, I am, but I don't mean anything by it. Chill. I'm not gonna, or whatever, you know. But you know, don't make assumptions of people. Ask the question. Communication is key. So much would be resolved if people would actually engage and communicate with each other. You can't communicate with everyone because there's too many of us. But if you are choosing to spend your time with an individual or a group of individuals, you should definitely be communicating with them. There's no... Sorry, I'm off on some weird tangent here. What am I even talking about today, Rick? I don't even know. I'm just... But yes, Unicorn Scotch's heart is very good, isn't it? Got a nice shade on it. I like that it goes from pink to almost blue, dark purple. Nice shade on it. Yeah, I don't know. And this is, Scotty, this is a very important question. I don't know if you touched on something there. Oh, is it Atheline? That pink going into that like almost dark blue. I did not know that. I don't know. You tell me, Atheline. I support you know, non-binary LGBTQTI. I'll probably chuck some extra letters in there. I do apologize. That's not ignorance. That's just you guys know I'm not good with English anyway. But I support everyone who's chill and cool. I don't. That's how it is. But you know, I look at the flag and it's got very many colours on, and I don't know what each of those colours represent. But I'm like, yeah, respect that flag. Nothing to do with me personally, but it is to do with people I care about, so I'll respect it. If anyone's disrespecting it, I'll fight them. But yeah, no, going back to what Scotty said, this is a thing, Scotty. So for me to say, you know, don't make assumptions, and you know, hold yourself as a person to a higher standard, and your counter to that is that's just how people are. Yeah, that is how people are, but where do we draw the line, I guess, is what I'm saying. Do we just go, oh, that's just how people are, therefore just accept that and just get on with it? Or should we be holding ourselves and each other to a higher standard? I feel we should, but I mean, I can have absolute forgiveness if someone's, you know, just like, I guess it sounds terrible, but not up to my perceived standards of behavior. I can forgive them, but I can't relate to it because it's outside of myself, I guess. Oh, you got it. Okay, yeah, there's different combinations, aren't there? There we go. I can't... You'll have to forgive me. I can't keep up with them. Like I say, I can support and respect, but I have too much other stuff going on in my brain to be on top of all things. I'm sure you understand. That's what you guys are here to educate me and keep me in the loop. But yeah, there's a bunch, aren't there? Like I say, I can't look at any one of these and instantly recognise what colour combinations represent which denomination. But yeah, there's a bunch. I think they've got them all on Twitch, don't they? Yeah, a lot of them, they'll have like two colours the same, and then the third colour's different, but it's like it's almost the same. I respect it. You know, like I say, I guess because it doesn't directly affect me, but you know, I've got close friends, some of you guys who consider yourselves part of the, you know, that community. You know, and I support you, and I support, you know what, I don't support ideas or idea. I support individuals. Fuck groups. Your groups can jog on. Sort your group life out. Be an individual. You're an individual. I'll support you. You a good individual? Are you a good person? Do we get along? Do we have like some common ground? in ideals of how to behave with each other as human beings, and maybe, although not necessarily, interest in the art we like to consume, then we'll get along great. I'll have your back. I'm loyal. You have my back. I'll put my life on the line to help you. Someone jumps in the street and I'm there. I'm not saving myself to get. I'm not getting involved. I will fight to the death. I don't even need to know the reason. If you're loyal to me, I'll be loyal to you. But I mean, Red Mage's like, I don't know what the country flags are. I thought I was what's I looking at? I think I was just doing my usual Microsoft point farming, and all sorts of things come up on the random search for that. I find it funny. There's like so many little islands around the world that are I guess they rule themselves, but they were under British rule at some point in the past. And their flags, their national flags, they have a flag with stuff, and in one quarter of it, not slightly less, up in the top left corner, you've got the Union Jack, the British flag, and I'm like, that's so. It's almost like they're like, yeah, we owned you once on a time, bitches. God, the whole British Empire was pretty. It's pretty creepy when you think about it, wasn't it? Sky. How you doing, Sky? I guess, Sky, I'm gonna stroke your face there. Stroke your face a little bit. Now, Sky, if you put something else to, up to your, up to the screen there that was not your face, then that got stroked instead. That's up to you, buddy. I'm not here to. What you got, I'm here putting out a stream. What you guys do on the other end, that's nothing to do with me. How are you doing, young Sky? You're looking after yourself, bud. I hope you are. I'm very well. I'm really rather well. I was pretty sick these past few weeks, Sky, but I'm basically absolutely better now. I'd say I'm like at 98.5%. I'm still coughing a little bit, but it's like it's going away. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles, Sky. You like Xenoblade Chronicles more than Final Fantasy now, don't you? They're your favourite games ever. I've got to get on some of this Xenoblade Chronicles. JRPG goodness. Now, I got a sense from some of your tweets that you were very enamoured with the characters and story. What's the gameplay mechanics like? Is it strictly turn-based? Is it a bit more action-based? Has it got good leveling systems? Do tell me about it. In terms of the artwork and style, though, I'm totally gushing over it. Phenomenal story, more action-based. That's fine. I have played. Don't know if you played any of the Tales games. So I've only played Tales of Vesperia, and that's the combat in that is kind of more action-based. But you played them as well, Athaline. My God, we're gonna have to get on these at some point. I don't know when. We've got far too much to do, but that's fine. But yeah, Sky, I'm glad you're just out there, just existing and looking after yourself, buddy. You are doing that, and you. What's up with this mic today? Sounds jank. Yeah. I know it's a bit awkward, isn't it? Because of like time zone differences. But I'm always here if you ever need me, Sky. You just get at me. You know what, Sky? I think I'd seen that. Do remind me. Keep an eye out for that, guys. You get to see on Scotty's channel, Sky for himself, discussing his love of Xenoblade Chronicles. So if you want to know about it, that's going to be the place to find out about it, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, if it's JRPG, I'm gonna, I know I'm gonna like it. Let me just, Xenoblade Chronicle. So is it 3? Is it just a trilogy? Oh no, so we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. Is that just a remake? Chronicles X. Oh, is that a separate series? Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Then the next year, Torn of the Golden Country. Story expansion of the... Have you played that one? Oh, then we've got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition 2020. And then we had 3. More came out last year. So I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, Sky, you would want to play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, followed by Chronicles 2, followed by Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country, followed by Chronicles 3. And not worry about X and 3D and all that jank. I'm trying not to get too many spoilers up in here. Oh. Interesting. The setting. While the Xenoblade games do not share any setting directly, so it's like the Final Fantasy series. So you could just play 3 and then not worry about... Its universes are directly linked, however. So they're in the same multiverse, but not the same universes. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, it sounds good, Sky. I'll, yeah, you got reference. Yeah, if I was inclined, I guess we'd play them in order. You nervous of Scotty? No, don't worry. Scotty's very gentle, Sky. He'll treat you very nicely. I promise that. He always treats me very nicely. Right, okay, so you got Definitive Edition is the remake of 1, and then Torna is the DLC for 2, which I assume you play. Yeah, and the Chronicles X, whatever that is. Yeah, so I want to go Definitive Edition 2, preferably with including the DLC, and then finish with 3. Oh, bro, you asked me a minute ago. I didn't skip over your comment there. How's Persona 5 going? Persona 5 is amazing, but it is extremely... we're like deep into the story now, very deep. I think we've kind of recruited all the characters and stuff. It is an extreme slow burn and takes a long time. It slowly, gradually builds up. Some people here might have... Oh my god, what is up with this today? 1 second. Is that any better? Oh. No, actually, I don't know what I've done there, but I just muted it and unmuted it, and it sounds better already. OBS for you, folks. Gotta love it. It really kicks off. Excellent. Sky, yeah, I'm not against it. I love it. Some people don't like that slow burn build up. That's actually my preferred gameplay. You know, you've played like an action game. Kind of like maybe like some kind of like fighting game or like a beat 'em up hack and slash. And you start the game, and the first thing that's happening, you're just in a fight, and there's just stuff going on, and you're like, okay, cool. You have no context for anything, so you fight the enemies, and then then you get a cutscene, and the characters are just like, oh yes, this, and this, and this, and that, and you've got like, what is going on? It's fine, and some people like that. They want to just be thrown right into the action and then piece it together as it goes along. I want the full story, as everything that it kind of gives you in one go. You know, build up slowly. Let me know what's going on. You know, give me hints, give me things to think about. You know, yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, Sky, I can get through anything within reason, unless I just suck at the game. But I can typically handle JRPGs, unless it's Lightning Returns. Ugh, I completed it before, just couldn't complete it on stream. Interesting. Got Welsh, Scottish, and British. Yeah. What the wild, Sky. I assume that is there like a Japanese voice acting option? Generally in games like that, if I'm playing them off stream, I kind of prefer, like, I prefer to watch anime with Japanese and subs. But I find that watch for streaming, I think it's better. I'm very glad we started Persona 5 with English language. Not only is the voice acting S rank, but I think it's definitely worked better. I'm sure the Japanese voice acting is superb as well, but I think for streaming, I think it's I don't know, I think it's like got more broader appeal. And it's like I say, it's, you know, I've maybe played some games or definitely seen some anime that has real janky bad English dub of it, and you're like, ugh, this is almost unpalatable. But I feel like with big production video games and anime nowadays, they do kind of step up and put a lot more effort into it. Yeah, hell yeah, Sky. Oh my god, you got me hyped about it now. What was that? Sorry, I was looking. Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch, folks. Is it on PlayStation? No. Is it is it on Xbox? Absolutely not. It's on Steam though, right? Of course it's on Steam. Everything's on Steam. No, it's not. So yeah, I'm going unless it gets released to Steam at some point in the future, Sky, which it may. It has happened. They do that. I'm gonna have to give it a miss. I'm so sorry about my mic today, folks. I don't know how bad it sounds to you. It sounds a bit crackly to me every now and then. While I would dearly love to own a Switch, it's not exactly on the cards. And I don't know if it's like even necessary. Well, it might be necessary for, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles, but just like in general, you know, it's hard to justify buying a whole console just to for like one game or one game series. And I know that you've got other you know, you could be like, oh, but there's loads of things you can play on Switch which you don't have, which would be wonderful. No doubt. But we're just inundated with video games. We've got like a list, and we've got like you know, we've got votes of like on games and all sorts of things coming up. So I mean, let me say this, Sky, I hope I'll get to play the Xenoblade Chronicles and experience it before I die, but we shall see. Shut my English math. Yeah. What's 1 and 1? Okay, just 11, isn't it? Do sit down. Yeah, no, did I say the Switch is not awesome? I'm saying that I wish I had one. That's what I'm saying, Cage. Send me yours. Come on. If it's that great, Cage, send me yours. Come on. Jesus Christ, Cage. Yeah. Yeah, indeed, Rue. It doesn't bother me at all. I prefer. But, I'm sure there's some viewers here who have been watching our Persona playthrough, and they're not, like, reading the dialogue, all the subtitles are popping up. They're listening to what the characters are saying. Obviously, if you have it Japanese language, then you have to read. So I just feel it's more accessible. Like I say, my only stipulation to that is, of course, if there was a game that had such terrible English voice acting that it was cringe, then I might not be inclined to. Plus, also do understand there are some games like the new One Piece Odyssey, which I do not own, and I probably won't own for a bit, but I would dearly like to play at some point. That there is no English voice option. It is all Japanese. I would not play a Japanese language game on this channel just because it didn't have an English voice option. Particularly something like One Piece specifically, because you know, they've got the same voice actors who have voiced the characters in the anime, so it's like that's their actual voices, you know. Whereas, you know, Persona 5, I don't know, it doesn't matter to me. What is up with this fucking mic today? Has anyone got any ideas I can do something about this? Sounds jank. I wonder if something's come loose somewhere. Everything seems to be plugged in properly. I don't know. There's always something. Exactly, Red Mage. We'll wait for the the Super Nintendo Switch too. Yeah. Yeah. I was playing my PS2 like years after everyone was like, "Hey, bro, got an Xbox 360, bro. PS3's out, bro." I was like, "Yeah, but you know, I don't care." Yeah, it's true. We do have wonky plugs, or do you have wonky plugs? Either way, I can get an adapter caged. Don't pretend adapters don't exist. Look at him. He's trying to find excuses not to send me a Switch. God damn it. It's okay. I'm only playing cage. You keep it. Yeah, just there we go. We could do learn Japanese together, Athaline. We could do that on the stream. Oh, in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the voice acting is terrible, is it, Sky? Interesting. Well, we'll find out one day, I'm sure. Yeah, everything is sounding janky. Let me. So I just checked the connection and the mic right here. That's fully plugged in. The mic lead into the what's it called? What's the name of the freaking little box it goes into? I might say processor. That's not his front end. No. It's got a very specific name. I don't know the name of it. I mean, and the cable out of that into the USB is fine. Let me just check the USB cable. 1 second.